Hey, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with John. Looking forward to talking with Gabe Karp. Gabe, it's great to see you and talk to you about Don't Get Mad at Penguins and other ways to detox the conflict in your life and business. You know, for those who are watching, you can show the book. For those who are listening on the podcast, you have to go to Amazon.com or anywhere books are sold to actually see the book. Gabe, let's talk about conflict. Your book is great. And I think one of the things that I always find interesting about conflict, when I talk about it with other people or when people talk about it with me, are the biases that get in the way of, you know, trying to resolve conflict. So how do you, and how does the book kind of, you know, guide people through that?
Sure. So confirmation bias, a lot of people have heard that term.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett, obviously a very wise man, an oracle of sorts. He has a great quote. He said, well, look, what the human being is best at doing is interpreting all new information so that their prior conclusions remain intact.
Yeah.
Which means we have a strong opinion on something. When someone says something to us that contradicts it, we're going to filter that out and like not pay attention to it. And that creates real blind spots. So if we recognize that, we can now look for ways to overcome that confirmation bias.
Right.
The number of tools to do it too.
Well, the first step, I think, is awareness, right? Which is what you're talking about, right? And so once you step into that space, how do you then catch yourself, you know, not filtering out the things that you just want to hear, right? How does somebody really evolve from that space?
Yeah, great question. I mean, I think you always want to assume you're not seeing the complete picture. Mm-hmm. And that there's information out there that you need to have in order to have a more informed position, to make a better argument to somebody, to do, you know, anything like that. So it's that, and we talked about that before, it's like that curiosity, you know, and anyone who disagrees with you is an amazing resource that's available to you to give you the information you're not currently seeing.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. You know, I love doing these shows. They're 2, 3, 4 minutes in the morning, but packed with great content. Because what you just gave people are the tool to be aware and what to be aware of, and how to get back to center to evolve when they get stuck, and when they get stuck in old patterns. And that's what this is about, right? This is about coming up, having a new pattern. And learning from coaches like you when it comes to resolving conflict, and not about just reading the book once, but reading the book maybe a couple times and having you come speak as a keynote to educate themselves, the leadership team, and a company, so everybody begins to elevate the narrative of what conflict really is. Tell people how they can connect with you. We're going to continue this in a 3-part series. How can they connect with you, and how can they buy the book?
Sure. GabeKarp.com. Spelled just the way it looks. You can probably see my name on the screen. And you can buy the book anywhere books are sold. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million.
I love it. Gabe, thanks for being on this morning. We're going to continue this 2 more times, 2 more coffee shows. Then community. Resolving conflict as a business coach, one of the things I see, it is one of the most critical skill sets you need as a leader of any type. And if you rate yourself 1 through 10, and you're really honest with yourself, you know that you need to always evolve, as we all do, including me, on how to resolve conflict more effectively. Check out Gabe's book as a potential resource. I have no vested interest in the book, but a great resource for all. Thanks, everybody. Gabe, we'll see you on the next show.
All right. Thanks, John.